Hey look, here's the box. That's epic. This is a simulated unboxing experience. Look what we have here. 11 gigabytes of RAM. Don't think so. It's just stupid RAM plus. Here is the storage, which I'm gonna show later. Here is the tablet name. On this side you find the logo. On that side you find the logo. On the back it just flips itself and there's really nothing interesting. Cool. Once you open this, guess what you find? You gotta keep it like this. This thing. Useless. This where the tablet is supposed to be, as well as this little seal coverage. And then what do you get? Whoa, a charger spawns out of nowhere. It's a Doogee charger. It's 10 watts, that's epic. Hey look, an instruction manual. And look where there's supposed to be the SIM ejector tool. Okay, cool. Whoops, the user warranty got trapped. Screw the box, here's the tablet. Okay, let's get serious. So this tablet was released in 2023, making it 2 years old. And it's from the Chinese brand Doogee tablet. Let's just start with our design. On the front you find this extremely stupid reflective screen. On the bottom we have our speakers. The right side has nothing. The left side has this ridiculously placed headphone jack, power button, volume buttons, microphone, USB-C ports. On the back we have our aluminum frame in this nice blue color. And here are the rest of our colors. We have our Doogee logo, this stupid sticker, and our ever so epic dual cameras. It says AI camera, wow, and our little flashlight, which looks cheap, as well as this little piece of bar-y thing. Now the whole thing is made of aluminum, which makes it very premium for the price that I'm gonna be telling you at the end of the video. It's 8.4 millimeters thick, which makes it very thin. It's just 563 grams, which makes it a very light tablet. On the top we have our little tray over here. Pop it open and you find a nano SIM card spot and our micro SD spot. Moving on to our display, it is a 10.1 inch IPS LCD display with a resolution of 1920 by 1200 pixels with 224 pixels per inch and a 16 by 10 aspect ratio. The fact that this is an IPS LCD screen means you still get decent viewing angles as our stupid screen rotates around. That's great, unlike those stupid TN panels. The ginormous bezels around it really help with like the grip so you don't accidentally tap the screen, unlike modern tablets with their very thin bezels. So it's practical. Now this tablet runs Android 14 with Doogee's user interface, which is, and I kid you not, the most debloated interface I have ever seen in a cheap Android product. Like there's only Google apps. Well, mostly, unlike Samsung or other companies with their duplicate apps. Here for example, you get only one web browser, which is Google, only one messaging app, only one photos app. Hey look, it's those videos that everybody plays once they get a new device to test their screen. Now this tablet plays 1080p 60 FPS footage just fine, even though you can't tell because, well, I am using this horrible camera angle and the screen is extremely reflective, but it runs 60 FPS videos just fine with no issue. And despite the screen being IPS LCD, it's still very enjoyable. Hey, it's the YouTuber rule that says, oh, you gotta play your own videos in your reviews because you're selfish. The 16 by 10 aspect ratio is perfect because you can zoom in videos and get this immersive experience without missing out on much of the content that you're watching with the cropping. And we'll seize this opportunity as like a speaker test. So 3, 2, 1. Switching. Also, since I have a screen protector, the screen becomes very reflective, and the pixel density also results in the pixel. If you want to check that video out, it's right there, the title. So the speaker itself is very loud and clear. Let's try out some music. Now this is a track that I sometimes and barely use in my videos. It's from an old Shane Dawson video, and the only reason I choose it is because it sounds great. Now this is playing off the Internet Archive. Oh my days, it's really loud! Okay, that's enough for our audio test. That was very loud because I just play the speaker out on max so that it's really audible. By the way, if you want to check this page out. Thanks. And you remember, this tablet said it has stylus support despite not having any pre-included stylus. So let's try my Galaxy Note 8's S Pen, the phone I'm using to record this video. Moment of truth, I'm not surprised that it doesn't work, but I'm pretty sure it works with like other styluses. Third-party ones, I guess. This tablet is powered by the Unisoc T616 processor with 6 gigabytes of RAM, although you can add 5 gigabytes of RAM and it makes it 11 gigabytes of RAM, as the box proudly shows off. with 128 gigabytes of UEFS 2.1 storage. Not like anyone knows what the hell that means. You can check out the specs if you care. You wanna know what the GPU is? There it is. I've got a whole bunch of games and it's time to try them out. Let's start with the actual serious stuff like PUBG. Epic camera view, am I right?
And that's a hot skin.
Now this tablet supports HD graphics with a high frame rate. I bet you're gonna be getting like 30 frames per second max. And I have this realistic filter set. Welcome to the fuggliest setup with the tablet's box behind me, but I bet you're just gonna be getting like 30 frames per second max, cause this looks choppy, but it's definitely playable. Like the graphics are, well, decent. Again, I'm gonna tell you the price of this tablet and you're gonna be shocked, but still, it's playable. Moving on to Roblox! Yay! The children's game filled with predators! Don't send me notifications. Easy, fun, obby! Yes. Now, of course, Roblox runs in a very smooth frame rate, probably above 30 FPS. Not quite 60, but very smooth overall, at least for this map that I'm playing. But again, very playable if you're gonna hand it over to your kid who just plays Roblox all day and just scrolls over YouTube shorts, then it could be the perfect target. Die! Now, of course, if you move to 2D games, that will totally not make you break this tablet from rage. It will run perfectly fine. I'm not a geometry dash sweat, by the way. This is all again for a gaming test, okay? I wonder why my phone makes everything looks way more purple than it actually is. There you go. That's your proof that I suck. Look at that smudge screen. You can see me. Now, if you're a Fortnite kid, then you can always just get NVIDIA GeForce Now and life is beautiful. Kid-friendly game. There you go. Now you're playing Fortnite. I'm that good. Hey, if you're a content creator, you might as well just go with KineMaster. You might as well just edit your videos in this. Ain't no problem. If you wanna see a full gaming test, do let me know. Now let's get to the juicy part. The cameras. With our self-proclaimed dual camera system, the rear camera is 8 megapixels. The front-facing camera is 5 megapixels. Let's just show you the camera interface for a bit. So the photos is called Capture. Pro is, well, seems legit. Panorama, you can always tell what that is. Video, time-lapse, more, QR code, night, and audio note. So if we go to our video settings, you can read all of this stuff if you care. You can even get video stabilization apparently, but these are our quality settings. 1080p, 720p, or 480p. These are our photo settings if you really care. And our quality is like super fine, fine, or normal. Let's test our supposed second camera. Again, I'm gonna cover my finger over here. And as you can see, the camera is covered. If I go to the secondary camera, like so, nothing happens. When I zoom, nothing happens normally. This camera is supposed to be like a telephoto and you don't get any wide, so no zooming or anything. So I can confirm that this second camera is fake. Wow, you might as well not include it. What, it was for the design? They're lying to you. You got this stupid beautifying filter. What do I care? I have been deceived. Look at that. Acne, brighten, tone, enlarge. Time for the actual tests. This is a test of the audio note feature, and it sounds very cheap in audio quality, which is hilarious, and it has a limit of 10 seconds. So bridge. And this is our camera test at 1080p, 30 frames per second. This is what it looks like when you're in a dark environment. Understandable. And just to show you how terrible the focus is, here's my iPod, and there you go. It's already out of focus. There you go. Now it's focusing. So, of course, that is to be expected since this is a tablet after all. This is what it looks like when I record myself using the back camera. Now, of course, you're not going to be doing any kind of that stuff. Maybe a little kid who has this tablet is just going to be recording it for goofy videos, but otherwise nothing serious, of course. And all you're going to be using the camera for is video calls. Speaking of which, let's go to our front-facing camera test. And this is a video test of our front-facing camera. Now, again, it is 5 megapixels, and it records at 720p maximum. It still looks okay for video calls and all that kind of stuff, as long as you have good lighting. Otherwise, it's a very wide camera, and again, very decent for video calls. And this is what it looks like when you have, like, the flashlight turned on when you're recording a video. I forgot to mention, this tablet has a pre-included screen recording feature, which could be useful if you're considering making content in this. I don't know. You guys tell me if you want a video on that. I don't think you can really Well, stop or I mean pause. No. I made this next screen recording so I can demonstrate the extreme haptic feedback that this tablet has. So you better lower your volume down. Oh. Hey yo, set a screen lock. No. No. Let's just go to our settings. Okay. Let's do our demonstration of a flashlight. This is without the flashlight. This is with the flashlight. There you go. Like this. It's honestly a weak flashlight, but I'm shocked that it even exists. There's a whole bunch of these really cool filters that I could probably dedicate an entire other video for. Like this inverted image, halo, and all this kind of shabam. Let's try inverted image. It works. Halo, mono, and warm. And history. This tablet has a 6600 milliamp hour battery, which is enough to get you through the whole day, no problems, like watching YouTube or playing games like that. It can last you through the day, no problem. If you're like a light user and you don't even really use your device that much, it can last you more than that generally. So generally speaking, it's guaranteed to last you through the day, and if you don't really use your device much, then it can last more than that, probably a day and a half. Now for the price of this tablet, it goes around $150, brand new. And you can find it on eBay used for like $90 or something like that. And for that deal, especially if you're like a parent and you want to give your kid a tablet, then you can always give them this. Because it's a really decent budget option and it provides much better value than any Samsung tablet can at this price range. Also, if you don't want your kid to become an iPad kid, you can always use parental controls. As if there's any parents watching this, but your kids don't need the latest and greatest iPad, okay? All they're gonna be doing is watching YouTube and playing games, that's it. Otherwise, this tablet is obviously aimed at people with very simplistic usage. Maybe even students? I'm not sure. It can make calls. It would be appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace. Let's include this in the outtakes, but I just clicked on this little button over here with this, thinking it was like the micro SD card thing, and I reset it or something, so whoops, I say, I guess. With our self-proclaimed... And this is our back camera test at 1080p 60 frames.